Hello everybody, welcome to Motorcycle.com. We are at the Grange Motor Circuit Grange. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this racetrack's name. It's a car track in Apple Valley, California for the 4th annual UMRA Minibike 24-hour endurance race. You heard me right, we are racing a mini bike for 24 hours straight. And not just any mini bike, but this mini bike. A Benelli TnT135. Recently, you might have seen my review of the TnT135. I like this thing a lot. For 2,500 bucks brand new, it's a really cool motorcycle that'll really put, or at least has the potential to put a big whooping on the Groms out there. So I thought, what the hell? Let's build one of these things and do a 24-hour race with it and see how it stacks up. We did some fairly basic modifications to it. We put some thicker oil in the front fork, a little bit of the thing has a really tiny cartridge. Took off all the lights and the mirrors and all the extraneous crap that we don't need for a racing motorcycle. Put some slick Bridgestone 601 SS tires. They're really sticky on it. Maybe the coolest part that's in this bike right now, there's a Crower camshaft. You heard me right. There's a Crower camshaft in this 135cc single. So it's a 4-valve engine, 5-speed. Now it has the benefit of a Crower camshaft to give it some more power. We have not actually had a time or a chance to put it on the dyno yet. We're estimating somewhere in the 11 to 15 horsepower range. We put new rear sets on the bike. There's a power commander with a quick shifter, different brake pads, stainless steel lines, pretty basic modifications, and that's about it. So we brought our cast of members with us. Ryan, who you can see just behind me in the yellow helmet as he goes by. There's Ryan right there. So we brought Ryan out, we got Brent, myself obviously, Sean Maddock, the guy behind the camera right now. And we even have a special guest, none other than former Motorcycle.com editor-in-chief Kevin Duke. Kevin Duke, the Dukester, is out here riding with us as well. So we've got a full gamut of riders. It's been a lot of fun. As you can see, the race has already started. As I'm talking to you right now, we were 3rd in our overall standings and 1st in our class, which is surprising to me.
What are you doing? You put us in the first place.
We're in first?
Yeah.
Yes! I'm going home. So, we will check back throughout the next 24 hours with everybody on our team, let you guys know how we're doing, and by the end of this, we'll wrap it up and give you the overall conclusion. I think the big thing we want to know, can a $2,500 Chinese motorcycle last the rigors and the cruelties that come from riding like this for 24 hours? So we're gonna go find out and we'll talk to you later.
Wait, how much am I getting paid for this again?
Leave it to us to let our first place standings get away. At the end of a full 24 hours of racing, our little TnT135 did almost 1,100 laps, and we finished 6th overall and 4th in our class. We'll take that, especially since we were one of the slowest bikes according to the top speeds. We thought we could be the tortoise to everyone else's hare and just stay out longer than the rest thanks to the Benelli's big tank and frugal fuel consumption, but it didn't exactly work out as planned. What we really didn't expect with a 65cc 2-strokes to last the entire race, eventually winning the race overall with some fast 10-year-olds at the helm.
24 hours is in the books. I guess right now it's 25 hours is in the books. We survived, the bike survived. We are completely and utterly exhausted and tired.
Cheers. Cheers.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Team Italy via China. We did it, guys.
Enthusiasm levels through the floor right now. A couple of quick notes on my end. One, color me surprised this Benelli made it the entire way. Didn't crash, didn't have any major mechanical issues. We had a fuse pop or blow, but we found that out real quick and changed the fuse and we're back on our way. And Brent's phone just beeped because he's rude like that.
I thought I had no friends.
They're all here.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've got Ryan, Brent, myself, Kevin, Evans, and Sean. So quick thoughts from all of you about the past 20, actually at this point 30 hours if you include practice and whatnot. Quick takeaways, Evans. Kevin, you're holding the microphone. Why don't you start us off?
Well, there were several times during this process that we asked ourselves, why are we doing this again? And to me, the payoff is at the end when you actually go through and you accomplish it. We did, what, 1,000 laps or something?
We did 1,092 laps.
Yeah, 1,000 laps on this little bike, and we rode the crap out of it. And yeah, it handled great. I think we were a little bit down on power for the class that we were in, but correct me if I'm wrong, but we finished ahead of the team that finished on the podium in the other class, the Formula 5 class. That was the Kawasaki guys.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So we could have been on the podium if we could fit into the right class with this Benelli 135cc, which doesn't match up to the 125s that are in that class.
So as a quick, sorry Brent, as a quick reference for you guys, the viewers, we were put in a higher class that includes 65cc liquid-cooled 2-strokes and 150cc air-cooled 4-strokes. The Groms have a complete other class that are capped at 128cc. So when we're talking about we got bumped up a class, that's what we're talking about. Anyway, sorry, go ahead, Brent.
I was gonna say we missed the cutoff by 7 cc's. So as you can imagine, it wasn't that big of an advantage that we had over the Groms. But this Benelli did a really great job, I thought.
We didn't have any advantage over the Groms because they were all modded, and all of them outpulled us with the configuration we had. Had our little Dynojet power commander with quick shifter that I was looking forward to, and cut out intermittently during practice, so we pulled it off. So we got a cam and a pipe. That's about the extent of our
and
mods.
a K&N filter.
K&N filter. Well, probably get better mileage out of that. But you know what? It's not about the competing, right? It's just about...
Yes, it is. It's about the competing. It's called a race.
Okay. All right.
I'm with you. It's about coming out and having a good time.
Well, we were competing, but it wasn't about necessarily... We had fun only if we're on the podium, right? We had fun. A sense of accomplishment is the big thing for me about this 24-hour racing. And when we had our little electrical glitch, we had guys from 2 other teams come over and help us fix our bike so that we would eventually finish ahead of them in the standings. And that's the fun of mini road racing like this to me, is everybody's so cool and down to earth and helpful. It's just a great atmosphere.
Yeah, you hear the phrase used all the time that it's more fun to ride a slow bike fast than a fast bike slow. I would argue it might be even more fun to ride a mini bike fast than to ride anything else slow. That was definitely the case here. We were putting passes on people that probably we shouldn't have been doing, but we had to make it happen. So it was a lot of fun, and the speeds are so low that if a mistake did happen, which thankfully they didn't, the consequences are very small, but a lot of fun. Anyway, let's go over to Ryan. What did you think about this whole ordeal?
I think I'm going to need new boots because I dragged everything that I had on, and as is visible by the foot pegs and the lack of brake lever, which you can't see, we took as much off the bottom of this bike as possible because we were dragging ourselves around the track. But yeah, I mean, all in all, it was a good time. I think the sense of camaraderie I think that we have now. We're about 2 hours in.
That was 2 hours?
Troy did the full 2 hours from the start. We're in first place. Winner gets mashed potatoes.
I dislike you guys even more now.
Yeah. Just when we thought it wasn't possible. But no, it was a great time. It was my first 24-hour race. Brent's first 24-hour race.
Same here.
We had a good
In your
time.
last one too?
Yeah, never doing that again. Hit me up next year, not next weekend. But yeah, Benelli was fun. It was a good bike. Easy to ride around the track for 2 hours at a time. We all did that. Troy, I think, topped it at 2.5 hour stints. And just one time.
That was brutal.
Never do that again either. But yeah, good time.
So Evans, you are the latecomer of our group. What did you think of your time with this?
Well, for me, this wasn't really a 24-hour race. It was a 2-hour race, or maybe a 5.5-hour race, because I couldn't be here at the beginning. I had to be in Las Vegas with my daughter for her gymnastics meet, and she's given us a hand right now by doing the slider. and so we put her to work. You know, they were kind enough to let me do the last 2-hour stint and take the checkered flag. Something I didn't deserve because they did all the hard work. But this is my 4th 24-hour that I participated in, and I like them more and more each time. I mean, it's stupid fun.
Well, it's your not really your 4th 24-hour. It's like your 2-hour.
Yeah. Okay. This is my first 2-hour. Thanks, guys. I was on a roll.
Sorry.
Racing around the clock from noon to noon on a mini bike is really stupid, and we like stupid. You know, that's just the way we're wired, and it's really fun. You know, like Troy said, the risk-benefit factor, you know, that ratio is really great. Have lots of fun with minimal risk, and I can't say enough about it. If you ever find the opportunity to do it, you should. And now I will relinquish the microphone.
Let's have Sean say a few words about what he thought about this whole experience, because he did it too. Yeah, someone can hold the camera and Sean can say some words.
I will try my best.
Well, I can hear myself in my ears. Look at that. Cool. Don't want that to happen often. No, this was everything you guys said. You know, we were testing a couple times. I was here last Sunday, and, you know, we were doing it for work, making sure the Benelli was ready, but it's just so much fun, such a hoot. And what you were talking about, like moves maybe we shouldn't have done. I mean, I was literally breathing exhaust and feeling the, you know, exhaust coming out the bike in front of me, camped out on people's rear wheel for like the entire session. And we'd get to a straightaway and they would pull away, and then I'd get to the infield and catch up, and just a lot of fun. If you are into big bikes and doing track days or road racing, it's a great way to like work on your craft for a lot less money and a lot less risk. And you throw in the endurance aspect of it, and then, you know, it's even cheaper because you could share a bike amongst like however many buddies, you know, if you're doing a 4-hour or a 24-hour.
Assuming you have friends.
Well, yeah, if
Right.
you're us, you know, it's just people we work with.
Right.
But anyway.
Right.
And you don't even have to change tires.
Yeah, we didn't really change anything other than that one electrical. 24 hours on a set of tires. Try that on your R1 or Panigale V4. I don't recommend it. Don't try that. Yeah, great time. And thanks for having me along, and thanks for letting me get out from behind the camera for once. Don't say anything mean about the camera work or the video work, okay?
So speaking of thank yous, there's a few thank yous that need to go out to a few companies that helped make this happen. First and foremost, Benelli/SSR for providing the bike in the first place. Our friends at Bridgestone provided the tires, Crowler camshafts for the cam that they put in it, Power Commander for their help with the EFI tuning and the quick shifter, which we ultimately didn't use.
Not their fault.
But not their fault. Yoshimura for the exhaust, K-Tech for the fork. We used Chevron 91 from down the road, Superior Sprockets in Oregon for custom making a rear sprocket for this bike, which helped a ton.
You gonna talk about the rear sides?
It's some company in China, I don't know who it is.
It's good, we don't want to promote them anyway.
Yeah, they weren't that great. Oh, we also have to thank Wrench Motorcycle Service for allowing us to use some shop space to get this bike set up and dialed and ready. Super fun to have those guys also racing with us and pitted next to us for the entire 24 hours. So good group of guys, a great shop if you're in the LA area and need your motorcycle worked on. And another thank you to Michael Lee from SSR for being our team chef. First, we'll keep feeding you. And what an awesome team chef he was. What, squid ink pasta, corned beef hash and eggs for breakfast.
Pork chops.
What else?
The world's juiciest hamburgers.
The world's juiciest hamburgers.
Things I can't even...
Stuff I can't pronounce. Just random we didn't go hungry, that's for sure, which might be the reason why we thought the bike was slow, because we were just so fat. But yeah, Michael from SSR/Benelli, major thanks for all your help in the back end of things, making this happen. Thanks, buddy. And lastly, for me, thank you to Sean, Evans, Kevin, Brent, Ryan, everybody else involved with this project. Thank you for coming with me and allowing me to trick you guys into joining me for a weekend full of pain and torture. I thoroughly enjoyed all of your company, and I hope you decide never to do this again, because it's so silly.
Until next time.
Until next time. Any last words, anyone?
I want to sort of take a little bit of exception of Evans saying that it's stupid?
I said it's stupid.
Well, you know what? If you out there are watching this and you think it's stupid, you should get on one of these bikes and try it out for yourself, and I'm willing to bet you're not going to think it's stupid. You're going to think it's a riot, and I wouldn't be surprised if you bought one of these to have fun on yourself.
I'm going to take exception to his exception and say, when I say this is stupid, I mean that in the best possible way. Because we're morons. What do you expect from us? So it's good stupid.
Anyway, go to Motorcycle.com, read the full story there. If you like this video, quick like, subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll see you again next time.